Hi everybody, I'm Miranda, and for this week we learned about flipped classrooms. So here's a brief overview or table of contents. First, I will discuss an overview, a quick introduction to what the flipped classroom is and how it's changing the education system, followed by the summary of the week's videos, and then I will talk about this week's readings, and finally, my opinion on a flipped classroom and suggestions for change. Okay, so first and foremost, what is a flipped classroom? What's normally done in class, like lecturing, notes, quizzes, etc., can all be done at home, and typical homework is now done in class. So in-class time is used for problem solving, collaboration, and things like that that really allow the students and the teachers to be a lot more engaged. This style of classroom does rely a lot more on self-study at home, but not with necessarily tangible materials, just videos. And this is a good thing because it requires less homework time, as the students only have to watch maybe a 30-40 minute lecture instead of 1, 2, 3 hours of homework. And a flipped classroom is also a lot more accessible, especially for disabled students, potentially, because you can rewatch videos, pause videos, whatever you need to properly learn the material. Okay, and here are some highlights from the videos that I took away from them. First of all, flipped classroom values the teacher's time, since the traditional method of school is really repetitive for both the teachers and the students, but teachers have to maybe sometimes repeat the same lecture 7 times a day, which is definitely wasting their time when it can be used for something more beneficial. The PBS video talked about that flipping isn't enough. Just simply doing exactly the homework you would normally do at home in class isn't going to be the best solution. Teachers need to incorporate more interactive learning styles in order to do so. The video also argued that a flipped classroom allowed for more parental involvement, because a lot of times parents don't know the material that their students are even learning, let alone how to help them. So if they are now able to watch videos with them, they are a lot more involved. And then in the video this week with the guest speaker Wen Liang, he said that it becomes problematic when students don't come to class prepared. So this is one negative or con of a flipped classroom, just because obviously if students are not responsible and don't watch the video for lecture before coming to class, when they are trying to work hands-on with other students and collaborate, they're not even going to be knowing what they're talking about. So yeah, that is one con. Okay, and really quickly, here are some data findings from Clintondale High's switch to a flipped classroom that they mentioned in the video. 90% of the students now had college acceptances after switching. 50%, there was a 50% increase in the ACT gains, and the one student mentioned in the video had a 500% GPA boost, going from a 0.5 GPA freshman year all the way to 3.5 senior year. And the readings this week went a little bit more into depth about group-based interactive learning styles, which is in the little chart or picture shown to the right hand side. There's a lot of different techniques that teachers can now incorporate into classrooms if their class is a flipped classroom, because they're able to do all of those different group projects and stuff in class. And flipped classrooms actually stem from theories of Piaget and Vygotsky, which we've been learning in class. Constructivism and collaborative learning stem from Piaget's theory of cognitive conflict, and that cooperative learning stems from Vygotsky's zone of proximal development. Cooperative learning-based learning and peer assistance are other benefits of flipped classrooms as well. And finally, my opinions and suggestions for the future of flipped classrooms, I guess. They seem to be highly effective when done properly, and I think that what makes it different for what is proper or not is not only in-class techniques, but also schools need to hold the parents to some sort of commitment to make sure that their students are watching the videos, so that way the students come prepared to classroom. And flipped classrooms really should only be implemented where the money is available to provide proper technology for the students without access at home, because it wouldn't be fair, obviously. And then teachers should have to be compensated more for the additional hours they're putting in to create these videos in after school hours. Thank you.